Want to welcome everybody to 2021. This will be the first live stream here. Yes, I am in fact real. Last week was a well-needed break. I broke my streak. We're going to start a new one here in 2021. We're going to see how far I can get delivering the live stream, the Independent Investor channel. We do this every night on Friday, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So for you guys that can fit it into your schedule, great. If not, no big deal. I upload these to YouTube, so they're available after the fact. I know there's a lot of folks in other countries, especially, my UK friends. They're catching this stuff the next morning over tea. And hello to you guys, bringing the world together, centered around the money topic. Absolutely. We don't talk about this topic enough. And it's always refreshing to get someone like myself's perspective on this issue. I don't know if there's a lot of other communities doing this on YouTube. I don't really pay much attention anymore, to be honest with you. The turn over a new leaf here in 2021, focused on how we can get the word to individuals. I open the door. All you've got to really do is walk through it. So I did kick off a couple minutes early tonight. I anticipate there being a pretty busy gallery tonight, being that this is the first one back. I do appreciate the support that we got last week. Really appreciate the leave, actually. It was kind of nice to get away for a little bit, take a little bit of a break. Come back refreshed. I have a whole laundry list of stuff, initiatives for 2021. I hope you do as well. I really do. I look at my portfolio now, especially over the last couple of weeks. Some of you guys are probably in celebration mode, for crying out loud. It's a good time to be an investor. What can I say? There's probably a lot of people who are looking at the prospects of investing, getting excited about it. I'm going to teach you how to get rich in 2021. I'm going to teach you how to get rich the right way. All right. Knowledge is power. All right. And if you think that just tuning into YouTube channel and just copying what it is that they do, or copying what it is that two or three do, and hoping to get lucky and not taking any ownership, and you're missing the point. So if it's your first time to the Independent Investor channel, welcome, and prepare to be empowered, because I don't mess around. I'm extremely intense on this topic. I am a self-made half a millionaire. Not too shabby. Net worth of over $1 million, approaching $500,000. I said tongue in cheek that my goal for 2021 is $500,000. We're approaching that already. We're 35,000 bits away, and I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't make that in the first quarter. The way things are going, I need a conducive market to do so. We'll see. You will not hear any market forecasts from me. I don't do that. I invest hard. And I invest according to my risk tolerance and strategy. I'll talk about those. I know I've got a few comments in the gallery here that are hitting me up a little bit, and you will benefit from it. You'll find a unique message that comes through my channel, and that I'm very relatable. Ask me anything. I'm extremely transparent. I do kick over a lot of stones. I do cringe a lot of the time when I hear questions that come through. Hey, do you have your portfolio that I can copy? I do. You can have it. And I'm not picking on you at all. But I'm going to highlight your question after we roll out a little bit of an intro here. I don't know if you guys want the sheep intro for 2021 to kick off a new season of the Independent Investor live stream. But I'm super glad to be with you guys. I'm super stoked. I'm super pumped up. I'm fired up about investing, but I'm also fired up about life. Man, life is good, man. And if we can improve upon all aspects of life, man, we're doing the deed. We're doing the deed, and we're all making ourselves better, man. Looking for that PB that I'm always looking for, that personal best, not out of me, but out of you. So stick around, guys. It's going to be a riveting 60 minutes, the fastest 60 minutes on YouTube. No doubt about it. Buckle your seatbelt. personal finance can come with a lot of twists and turns. What I said at the top of the stream, I absolutely mean it, man. Life is good. Man, if you can get this stuff dialed in as early as you can, avoid as many hiccups as you can. There is no perfect life. There is no perfect investing profile either. So if you come to my channel and you expect me to wave a magic wand for you, I won't do that. All right. I'm here to talk real talk. And if you start on a true wealth building program, you're going to look at your portfolio day to day, week to week, and you're going to wonder why the hell you even do it. All right. That's indicative of a program that's put into place for the long term. Okay. And something that's taken a little bit of crafting in way of identifying what it is you're capable of deploying in the stock market. In other words, what type of risk profile you're able to take on. All right. I had a comment come through the channel, actually, and it got redirected here to the thread, and I really appreciate it. Kellen, this is the way we roll, man. It's kind of an open forum, and I appreciate the question. So, yeah, I do share the portfolios, absolutely, and really, I want you to take this in context. I really do. The investments out there that are available through good ETFs, I'm a big fan of Vanguard. There's a lot of folks in the community here who love the triple Qs. They love other, Fidelity offerings, index fund investings. ARC ETF is a new venture for me, for you guys that have followed me for a while. Certainly, I'll touch on that when I do the portfolio reviews. But stay tuned, because within the next 5 minutes, I'm going to roll out every holding I have. You can get a pen and a paper and try to write them all down if you want to. But like I says, I memorialize this information for YouTube, so you can just play it back and press pause, and you'll have my latest up-to-date portfolio values with cash and equity allocation. And really what I want you to get out of that is to understand how someone like myself, on a blue-collar salary, no doubt about it, single income family, can put together a package and net worth the way that I have over the years. But make no mistake, this is 2.5 decades deep in the making. Okay, a lot of manufactured profits. Had a few hiccups along the line. Okay, I've been in hawk with the IRS not once but twice. All right, so I made the statement over the break. I was visiting family, and I made the statement, I'm from humble beginnings. That's for sure. I grew up in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath mobile home. So for you guys that know what a mobile home is, we got rid of the mobile home, and it was the greatest day ever when we actually got our first manufactured home, that of which my mother and father still live in to this day. Now, if it says anything about my mother and father, my father loves gardening more than he does the internet. They do not own a computer. They just got an iPad so they can FaceTime with the grandkids. But just to give you kind of an idea, man, humble beginnings, you betcha. I grew up playing in the mud, okay, killing bees and catching frogs, right? So now, why do I mention that? I mention that to drive home a couple things. This YouTube project for me has very little to do with myself. I feel like I'm answering a calling. If we end up going to 1 million subscribers, great. If we never do, I don't really care. But one thing about my program is I'll be around for the next 20 years. Okay. I have staying power. If you don't believe me, test me. All right. Number 2, humble beginnings. I look at a portfolio that's been built over time very hard. I pay attention. Okay. So if you come to my message and you're looking to get rich in 2021 and you want the first skeleton key to getting rich in 2021, I want you to pay particular attention to how aggressive me and some of these other community folks that are in this group are with regard to wealth building. Okay, specifically, Matt Money, who's also in the group. I always give shout outs to these community folks. Like, he's my brother from another mother. And Kyle as well. I don't know if Kyle's in the gallery, but happy 2021 to you as well. The real takeaway here is not that you're going to jump into a wealth building program having never paid attention to a wealth building program in your life and expect to succeed at it if in fact you are just taking somebody else's and looking to carbon copy that for yourself. Now, I'm not saying there's not good investing ideas within each of those portfolios. A J&J is a J&J is a J&J. From portfolio to portfolio, you want to invest in Visa? Right on. I gave you my stamp of approval. I do so myself. All right. But there's going to be certain holdings that you're just going to have to ask yourself, does this make sense for me? Okay. And as we go through the portfolio review tonight, and then I'm going to follow up and finalize the live stream tonight, get into some questions in the group because I really want to engage with you guys. I missed the hell out of the live stream last week. That's all good. I really appreciate you guys catching the upload I did. I did that for you guys to keep some continuity on the channel anyway. But as promised, I'll roll out how we shook out. This is as of today. So this is one of the benefits of rolling into the live stream. I always declare this to you guys. So we were able to hold the 100. We were down pretty good in the morning, actually, and we were able to kind of fight back all afternoon. No real big changes to note here in the portfolio. Nothing too crazy. Just to give you an idea, and I'm going to go through definitions so some of you folks that are new to the live stream can understand and not get caught up on some of the terminology that either I coined or I have a very, very deep meaning of, because it's very, very important that you understand what you're looking at here. You're looking at three different strategies. You're looking at a growth strategy, you're looking at a dividend strategy, and you're looking at a speculation strategy and an ETF. So there's four strategies within this one partial portfolio that you're looking at. I have three large accounts. I'll declare 6 of them to you tonight. All right. But the total comprehensive portfolio right now is at 465,000. So we are staring down that $500,000 mark. This is just part of what makes up the total whole. So there it is for you. You can obviously earmark that, but for the sake of moving the live stream along, we'll roll on to the Roth IRA. This speaks to my insistence upon tax protection. I'm doing a lot of Zoom meetings through my private group, Viper group, and this comes up. It really does. Imagine that you're later on in life, you're in your 50s and you're in your 60s. I would just rather have people ask the question now, as scary as it is. How is this going to grow over time? And what will be the tax implication later on in life? I don't beat around the bush, okay? I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass either, all right? Ask the questions now. Don't ask the questions later, because eventually you'll have to deal with those questions. And it's so much better to maybe zig when you would have otherwise zagged in your life to avoid that tax implication later on in life. So we talk about tax protection on the program all the time, okay? Remember how I said you'd get rich in 2021? That's what I mean. Knowledge is power. If you understand the ramifications or the potential pitfalls of not proper acknowledgement to tax implication, it'll cost you, and it'll cost you big. A lot of this gig is about avoiding mistakes rather than finding the next best thing or the needle in a haystack stock pick out there. All right. So a passive program there, you can see in the first three, got the S&P 500, that's a VOO, European exposure through VEA, some small cap growth in VBK, Google, part of the growth aspect of the portfolio. For you guys that know, I transitioned away from the single stock aggressive growth in M1 Finance and transitioned to the ARK ETFs in there. That was the upload this week. I hope you appreciated that. 3M, Chevron, Cisco, CVS, and healthcare. I did plus up. Just bought 5 shares in Home Depot today. No big deal. Financials have just been on an absolute tear. I've got a few of my covered calls in the money. Haven't had anything called away just yet. I'm totally fine. I think the market's going to correct back a little bit next week and get those 2 holdings, Bank of America specifically, and Citigroup, which was one of my stocks to buy. Congratulations for anybody that heard me out on that one. That would have been a hell of a pick there, hell of a pickup. But Microsoft, Pepsi, Pfizer, Procter & Gamble, Realty Income, Visa, Verizon, and Wells Fargo as well. So I always give my percentage of stock and cash allocation. This is just what it shook out to be today. These are exact down to the numbers. And then Roth IRA number 2 as well. No huge changes in here other than the fact that I felt it ironic that myself and Kyle and Matt were looking at Alibaba at exactly the same time. Now, remember, I took smaller liquidation in the growth portfolio and took a significantly larger position in Alibaba on the pullback at 25 shares in the Roth IRA. So we'll hold that long. So a couple piranhas looking at the same thing. Kyle called me, actually asked me, what do you think about it? I had valued at 313 here. So significant undervalue on Alibaba from my assessment. And then CRM, Salesforce.com in the Roth number 2. This is mine. This is my favorite pick for 2021, hands down. I really like this pick. I looked at CrowdStrike today. I got to do a little bit more diligence on CrowdStrike. I really like it. Joe Carlson was kind enough to roll out his offering today. He's pretty bullish on the name. And when he talks, I listen. He's one of the few YouTubers that I really, really respect. Does a great job, not necessarily because he comes onto YouTube and acts like he knows it all. He actually admits when he doesn't know something, which goes a long way with me. Go figure. Facebook also in the growth category. So took a larger position in here, along with the first Amazon position you saw in the brokerage, and then Coke. ExxonMobil, oil's on fire right now, figuratively speaking. All right. And then you guys can see the rest there. The passive aspect, VYM, which is the dividend aspect, VYMI. We're looking at foreign dividends there. V&Q is the real estate REIT, ETF, specialty ETF from Vanguard, WP Carey, Walgreens, Boots Alliance, and of course, Hyliion, which is my aggressive growth bull there. Looking to make me a fortune there. And this is my passive portfolio. I don't finagle with this. This is made up of all 11 sectors in the S&P 500, all the way down the line. Small caps, mid caps, and large caps in each of their respective sectors. I won't spend too much time on that. It's been on fire. It's made a $500 bill in 1 week. Not too shabby. All right. And this is the ARC portfolio. I think a lot of people will be interested in this. This has freaking got my attention this week. This has been kicking some ass. No doubt about it. This was up $1,447 just in the last couple days. This is stupid. This is crazy. I is it going to keep up? Hell, I don't know. I've had a lot of people come by the channel and they're like, "Congratulations, Ryan. You've seen the light." Okay. Yeah, I've seen the light. Thank you very much for your vote of confidence. This is 2.8% of my total overall portfolio. All right. So if you'd like to call me a turncoat, you certainly may. Go ahead. I have tough skin, but this is a pretty cool way of investing. These are all up. Even the ARCQ perspective. ARCKK, that's hard to follow because that's just been on fire. Holy smokes, with the run up in Tesla. But the ARCQ performing quite nicely. About a $1,500, $1,200 investment in that has run up $200. So go figure. And we'll chronicle this going forward. I didn't have a chance to update the TSP, but for you guys that don't know, I'm affiliated with the government and I'm eligible for my contributions to the TSP. This is actually up closer to 44,000. I didn't have a chance to update this tonight as I did. I just skipped right over it like an idiot. My bad. But I contribute to this passively. Why do I share these with you guys? The question that I had at the top of the stream was, hey, do you share your portfolios? Yes, I do. But the underlying takeaway is to say, hold on a second, man. This guy is deploying all kinds of different strategies. If that right there is the only thing that you take away from this live stream, I would go pour yourself a drink because you've just become empowered. You've entered into a whole different realm of thought with regard to wealth building and putting money away for your financial future. This is completely passive. I don't touch this. 10% of my income goes into this right here. And I don't touch it. Okay. I do engage in some covered call activity. The premiums have already been paid here in the account. We're just monitoring these. We'll probably take them all to expiry. And like I said, I was hurt specifically by the Bank of America and Citigroup run up. I really wasn't expecting that. But that's what happened. And I had some pretty aggressive strike pricings there. So I take profits in every one of them. So that if they get called away, I'm totally fine. And that's what my boy Randy, he's my coach. Retire with options. I'm glad to know the guy, and thanks, Randy. I always give Randy a shout out. Just a good guy, man, freak. Explains this stuff in a plain language way. I think I can do that too, actually, because I took a long time understanding the implication of writing covered calls, and I engaged in my first cash secured put this week as well. That was in BHP Billiton, which I took profits on and went ahead and wrote a contract. I'll collect premium until that reaches the price that I want it at, and we'll live to fight another day. If not, it'll expire worthless. I keep my premium. I'm good to go. But this will be something that I look to cover for you guys with everything else that I cover on the channel. But that's it. Aside from a pretty good cash hoard right now, it's fun watching the market just go gangbusters every single day. I get it. It's fun. But hopefully that answered your question. I know I spent a lot of time on this, but I think a lot of people will really benefit from how I took this question and really twisted it around, because you're not the first one to ask this question. Okay. We get it all the time, and it's really not the right question to be asking. The right question to be asking is, what's your age? Okay. What's your risk tolerance to the market? Now, this one is the toughest one to answer. And your age will kind of help determine the next two things that I insist any new investor needs to answer for themselves. What is their investing time horizon? In other words, if you're 50 and you're looking for to need that investing money at 70, then your investing time horizon is 20 years. If you're 20 years old and you're making your way to the channel and you want to retire at 60, 50, whatever it may be, when you would need that money is what we're looking at for a target date. And then you just backdate it and say, well, my investing horizon is 20, 30, or 40 years respectively. And the last thing, which is a little bit tougher with risk tolerance, and your risk tolerance, all these aspects really play into each other, because if you can really be honest with yourself and ask yourself these questions, your investor profile can really determine what type of program you put in place to match your risk tolerance. Okay. In other words, if you come to me and you're like, hey, I'm really interested in investing, but single stock scares the hell out of me, Ryan, I'd be like, yeah, okay. There's products out there that are conducive to your strategy. Okay. And what I feel like a lot of people do is they really want to get involved in investing, but they don't ask those preliminary questions. They go tune into a couple of YouTube videos, right, that are really, really hyped up on a stock, and they go diving in head first on a specific stock. Why? Because they can download the app really, really quick, Robinhood, and buy the stock, and you're an investor within 15 minutes, right? You need to hit the pause button. That's usually set up for planned failure, and I certainly do cringe every time that I hear that type of stuff going on. Usually it's too late, and people are like, hey, Ryan, man, I'm sharing this with my friend. They've already logged 300 or 400 trades on Robinhood, and I'm just like, oh, man, that's going to be a lovely tax bill for short-term capital gains tax. But, I mean, hey, look, we can't save them all. All we can do, again, is kick open the door on the live stream, and if you do value your time, and you do, in fact, resonate with the idea that knowledge is power, then anybody's welcome on the channel, certainly. But age, risk tolerance, investing time horizon, and investor profile, those will be some of the things. Now, investor profile, you say, what is that, Ryan? I don't know what that is. Passive investor or active investor. Put it into two different categories. The passive investor is one that just puts their money away, dollar cost averages it, puts a little bit away every couple of weeks, every week, every month, whatever it may be, and doesn't look at it. Those are some of the most successful investors that are out there. They're growing wealth for themselves, and they're making concessions in their budget to make sure that they can contribute to that passive program. It's what I believe 99% of investors out there that are just starting should engage in anyway, right? It's kind of like the preliminary entrance to the market. And what that allows you to do is enter into a passive program, no management necessary. There are products out there, index funds, ETFs, etc. Very, very simple, okay? This is the philosophy behind the products. Okay. So when you asked, hey, I'm just going to copy your portfolio, great. I don't come out with a social media opportunity and put my content out there to hurt people. Okay. That's my money in that. All right. So if that portfolio goes down, trust me, I'll feel it. All right. But if you just so happen to trip and fall into my portfolio, you'll probably do fine. Okay. All right. But the idea here is that we understand the underlying fundamentals of why we're entering into that specific program. All right. Now, the active profile could be a dividend growth profile. Companies like a Cisco Systems, an IBM, a Procter and Gamble, Realty Income Corp, Pfizer, Merck, some of these great dividend payers. You know, I would throw some of the least known dividend payers. I like Visa as a dividend stock. Okay, but a dividend growth strategy is a little bit more active, a little bit more aggressive. Certainly, it does require some education on your part, learning about how to evaluate a stock. And honestly, I don't want to overblow this topic as well. Alex, my good friend with Blood Phantom, really kind of put the kibosh on this whole idea is that you have to be a stock analyst to justify buying Apple computers. Don't overthink this, guys. Okay. If you looked at my portfolio, I would venture to guess that there were, I don't know, one or two or all the names that you recognized. Okay. I told you I bought 5 more shares of Home Depot. I know that most of you guys probably have never heard of Home Depot, but yeah, I invest in the company. All right. I have a very dry sense of humor if you haven't picked up on it. So a lot of people like to laugh and have a good time in the live stream. So I keep it light for sure. But with that, I really wanted to define that for you guys. I have a bunch of other terms, but I won't bore you tonight on the live stream. I really want to get into the comments and the live stream. All Good is in the house here. She says she's first. She is my #1 ambassador. She's the only subscriber to the message that I actually put into the investing community. That's how important she is. So all the best to you, All Good. All the best to you in 2021 and beyond. Absolutely. It's great to see you. And Victor Hernandez is in the house. He just stops by and says, what's up? Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. It's cold. It's cold. I didn't think it got cold here in Virginia, but that's all right. I'll take my 2 months of cold. It's all good. The weather here is phenomenal in Virginia most of the time. It's a nice place for sure. We enjoy it. And Helen, thank you for stopping by. It's great to see you, my friend. Very good to see you. It's extremely, extremely good to see members of my private Viper group in here as well. If you guys want to check out more, you are more than willing to do that. Unfortunately, the holiday sale did pull. The next sale that I will run will be in the summertime. So we will build up some pent up interest. If I don't do that, it's not fair to the folks that got in on the sale. And my core focus will be to enlighten, empower, inspire, motivate, and take to a place that they didn't think possible within that group of 40. So congratulations, guys. You are the empowered 40 right now. But we will open that up. The base price to get into the group is a very, very simple yearly $59.95. I do have a monthly option as well. If you're interested in checking it out, it's at www.independentinvestorgroup.com. That is independentinvestorgroup.com on the World Wide Web. My products are listed there on the front page. Have a ball. It's lovely. All right. But the next sale will be this summer. Until then, we're going to continue to grind on the independent investor, man. Awesome. Doing awesome. How are you? I'm fabulously fabulous. You guys can tell. I've got my chai tea. So you got the introspection tonight, man. You got the deep thought. I'm not drinking bourbon tonight. So you get a more controlled, more of a perspective type of Ryan. I watched part of my favorite movie, that of which I'll finish after the live stream, Into the Wild. It's amazing how similar we are. But if you don't want to ruin it and you've never seen it, read the book first. Into the Wild. It'll teach you a lot about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness and what money means in life. All right. Very cool. I'm gonna cruise down. I'm gonna try to see. So that yeah, there's the ETF thing. Sorry about the long-winded answer, my friend, but it just wouldn't have been the same if I had given you a carbon copy cookie cutter answer like most people would. I think the carbon copy cookie cutter answers are rampant, and I try to not buy into groupthink ever, and be somewhat of an independent thinker in my application. That hopefully is why people tune into me. Yeah. Yep. Many of us stick to ETFs rather than trying to pick independent stocks. That's right. The S&P 500 is a good option for sure. Yep. Mr. Bob Wright's a good friend of mine. It's a good friend of mine. Absolutely. Another member of my VLAPA group. Bob's a good man. It's good to have him here in the community. We are stronger together, are we not? Yes, we are. When I throw an invitation in here like this, you guys can look. It's I usually notate it as invitation. I usually run the live stream myself because every now and then I'll have somebody that wants to kick on and be part of the stream. It's an open invitation. Open. I'm old school. So if you'd like to come on and say, hey, you're terrible, or hey, you're awesome, come on, do it to my face. It's awesome. And I keep the door open for 60 minutes every single Friday. That's the least I can do. All right. So for you guys that are unfamiliar with how we roll, that is how we roll. Calvin's in the house. Another one of my Vipers, man. Another one of those portfolio builders. Looking at the inception of his program. And we are excited, man, to have him on the path. Oh, personal empowerment. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Once you get this thing kind of taken care of, then you can deploy some of my other strategies. In that when I'm away from YouTube, I don't think about money. I don't. I think about health and well-being and hanging out with my kids and my awesome wife. That's what I think about. I try to think about this stuff as least as possible. Because those are the greatest investments I ever made in this life, bar none, hands down. Anybody can invest in Visa. All right. Not everybody can make the first statement that I just made. That's the God's honest truth of it. You betcha. My good friend Chris Blaine in the house. Another one of my Viper members. Fantastic. And a hell of a syrup maker and a hell of a hot sauce maker. 2021, man, we need to revitalize the year of the hot sauce. It's just awesome. All right. There's Randy, man. He's like he's my teacher. He's my coach. Appreciate that. Appreciate you putting me over the top, man, as far as my deliberation on getting involved with options. It's been interesting. And like anything with investing, there is no substitute to doing it. Right? Yeah. I didn't think the run up, I put some covered calls on and the market just decided to go bananas, like monkey style. Yeah. Okay. All right. Great. Lovely. Yeah. I'm going to lose all these stocks. I thought when it hit the strike price, they just get called away automatically. I was ready for it too. And I was like, man, they're still in my account, man. Maybe they forgot me. No, he explained that that's pretty normal. All right. But I do like options because they give you options. Yeah. No, this is kind of it was a bad joke. It was kind of funny. Come on, man. You guys need to lighten up a little bit. Jesus, I'm trying to find the party here in the thread. Dave's always down for a party. He should be down for a party because he's one of the millionaires in the group. Surround yourself with successful people. All right. Dave's a good dude too, man. Just a good person. I like to know him. I've known him now for a while through social media, and he's a hell of a part of this community, man. Hell, he owns part of the Independent Investor channel for all I'm concerned, man. But at the same time, he's a hell of a wealth builder, and he goes about it his own style, and it just goes to prove that there are a lot of different ways to conquer this mighty behemoth that we call the stock market. Many ways. You want to go sit down with a financial planner and be put into a cookie cutter program? Be my guest. or you can deploy any program that is out there and available, none of which they will recommend to you. Do you think a financial planner is going to sit down and recommend ETFs and index funds for you? Nah. Do you think that they're going to recommend a nice dividend paying portfolio to you, that of which they're going to have to manage if you're ill prepared to carry on an active profile? I don't think so. Nope, they're going to recommend the cold, tired mutual funds that they get a kickback on. Remember, knowledge is power. If you heard what I just said, you're on the front of the wave. If you didn't, or you refuse to hear what I just said, you are in fact on the back of the wave. Make a choice. All right. Very cool. Very cool. Hey, it says hit the thumbs up, man. So my invitation to you, Jonathan, stands, my friend. Yeah, to touch a hard luck for sure. And my heart goes out to you, my friend. It really does. You betcha. You'll find that my social media opportunities a touch different than others, a lot less polished and a lot more real. Because I'm the same fella away from YouTube. Trust me. But if I was and had the opportunity to talk to you, man, you probably came in here with some genuine questions about how maybe to get your feet under you. And I'm all ears, partner. I'll help anybody, anytime, anywhere. That's for sure. Because this stuff, I can't help everybody at the same time. I do help people one-on-one. This live stream is about helping whoever wants to come and walk through the open door for 60 minutes. All right. But I'm glad you stopped by, Jonathan. Happy New Year to you, my friend, and all the best to you in 2021, man. My heart goes out to you for sure, man. Just keep fighting. I've been down myself, man, and I'm not going to tell you it's been a straight line for me. It's been a long and winding road. He says hello. Fans. Who the hell has fans? Remember, this channel is made up a bunch of empowered individuals. All right. You're all ambassadors of your own wealth building initiative. All right. If I can inspire you, wonderful. That's lovely. Okay. Nothing special about what I do, nor do I believe people who invest are special. Did I just say that? I did. I'm always interested in what this guy has to say, but that was pretty cool. I should play that back and play it again. I don't think I could repeat it twice. I don't. I've already forgot what I said. No, I just think that a lot of people, man, they wear a chip on their shoulder because they invest or they have money, or people who act like money and don't have money, or people who have money don't really have that much in their life, or they come across like an asshole. How about we break down some barriers and we have it all? How about we just have wealth and that's good enough? And then we work on building the very best life that we can, full well acknowledging that we'll never achieve perfection. That's all right. That's all right. But we're going to keep on fighting, and we're going to keep on keeping on, being aggressive, pushing the envelope, always improving, always improving to reach that PB, man. PB. Okay. You're not trying to reach my personal best. You can try. Good luck. I'm pretty aggressive. There's people in this group who far exceed my talent. No doubt about that. That's not what we're doing here. All right. It's not, hey, you stuck your hands in my cookie jar, or hey, my program is the best, and if you don't deploy my program, you suck. No, it's not like that. It's about finding your own personal best. And if you go through those 4 points of deliberation, you'll in fact reach that. Okay. It's not going to be perfect, but it will give you those preliminary building blocks to take that first step into a whole new different world. All right. In hoc with the IRS twice. I used to live on a boat. Yep. Single wide mobile home I grew up in. Humble beginnings. I don't come from money. If I can do it, so can you. Okay. And there's a lot of young people out there who hear me out on this message and they're like, man, you're right, Ryan, and I can do it quicker. You can. I'm not arguing with you. You absolutely can. I have people in my group who are absolutely kicking ass right now. Absolutely. That ass is there to be kicked. Kick it. Yeah, you get a little motivation from me. Great. That's what I'm here for. It's totally fine. I know where I'm going. If I can inspire some people to achieve or pursue that personal best for yourself, now we're getting somewhere. That's the empowerment piece that I talk about. So you don't always just tune into the message and you're like, dang, Ryan say I do. No, it ain't like that, man. It ain't like that. I would say, closer to the truth would be telling you not to do a lot of what I do specifically. But genuinely, you can do a lot of what I do and probably be better for it. Okay? That's the truth. You'll betcha. You'll betcha. He's wishing everybody a 2021 fantastic. Yep. No, I good. Hey, welcome to the community, man. We embrace you with open arms. At least I do. Open. I'd give you a big bear hug if I could. Absolutely. Let's cruise down here, man. I don't know if it's going to dump a bunch of comments in here. There's my boy. Nice. Matt Money. Welcome to the channel. It's his first time here on the Independent Investor channel. I want to take this opportunity. Welcome, Matt, to the channel. It's nice, man. Are you an investor, Matt? I'm just kidding. Matt's a stud. He's been with me a while, and he does offer a live stream, and they follow up on the Independent Investor channel sharply after I'm done. They usually share the link about 15 or 10 minutes before they kick off. Okay. And you're welcome to continue to support the community message by kicking over. And Matt's always a treat to listen to, man. He's super, super good investor. And he's not an old fogey like me at 43. He's 20, 21, 22. How old are you, Matt? 24 years old. Good job, Matt. He's killing it, man. He's doing the deed. No, I'm just kidding. He's 28, man. 29 maybe now. I don't know when his birthday is. All right. Cruise on down to the bottom. Still watching the mini series from Matt. So Matt drops some audio casts into my private group. It's just part of a lot of different things that we're doing on the Independent Investor Channel initiative. The podcast will be something that I will look to roll out more. I've started season 3 on my podcast. You're going to want to catch that. The next offering on the podcast is already queued up. It is how to separate from your money. To separate from your money. Let it go. Define a range. Remember how I talked about the single wide mobile home over there, right? Growing up with humble beginnings, etc., playing outside all the time. Yeah, fighting with my brothers. Okay, that's on one side of the spectrum. Very, very happy. Very, very happy. Now I've accumulated some wealth and I've been able to separate from where I've been and maybe where I'm going into my future. And that's the beauty of life, man. You never ever want to be static. You'll always want to be pushing that envelope, man. Always trying to take on as much risk as possible to continue moving that board toward the horizon, right? But always making sure that you're not getting stuck in the mud, making sure that you're always keeping that momentum going forward. So that'll be the next podcast. So if you guys are not tuned into that, the homepage of the Independent Investor channel on freaking YouTube will push you to all of these different conduits. Okay. So that's my plug, I guess is what they call it, right? I don't know, freak. If you don't want to go, don't go. But if you do, I put out some pretty killer content over there. I cordially invite you to catch that if you prefer to catch it through a podcast, man. It's pretty awesome. It's one of those that I enjoy. I really enjoy the podcasting. I'm pretty good at it. I don't know. I've had people tell me, I don't know how the hell you sit down for 30 minutes unscripted and just talk about money. Well, I don't know if this is any indication on how I do it. This is kind of how I do it. Except sometimes I light a candle and turn the lights off and get zen. Just kidding. No, I don't. I usually just hit record and start talking. Pretty simple, not rocket science. Why do I do this? It's because thousands and thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people need to hear what I have to say. They do. They need to hear it. They need to hear it for themselves. They need to start looking at what they can do to improve upon their situation. Slowly to start. Yes, I understand. Get comfortable with this gig, right? Remember how I talked about becoming a passive investor first? Allow that time to let you define what type of investor you are. If the market hiccups, okay, or if you were an investor that invested at the beginning of 2020 and entered into March and didn't know what cliff you were about to step into off of, and you handled that with some maturity, okay, then maybe you're eligible to up your game a little bit, right? but allow yourself that fighting chance, okay? If you don't ever want to get started, I understand. It's okay. Like I said, you're not a better person because you freaking invest. Get the hell out of my face with that. Investing doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't. Okay? It just means you're an investor. No more, no less. It's all good. Right? All good? She's probably like, "Oh my gosh, Ryan, thank you. You just called me out on the live stream." Yes, I did. Wake up. Have another drink. Have a little drink of wine. Or she's probably drinking coffee. She's a coffee drinker. I'm having the chai tea tonight. I want to make sure the last 15 minutes get devoted to the comments here. I'm going to freaking go all the way to the bottom. And Jamie's another one of my Vipers, man, good friend of mine. Mind. That's a heck of a return, my friend. Yeah, Bitcoin, it's crazy, man. It's awesome. It's awesome to see. It's a great time to be alive. It's incredible. It really is. Yeah. FOMOing on Bitcoin. Everybody is. It seems that way, man, for sure. And Jonathan says, any recommendations if you want to invest but be able to use the money when you want? I want to build multiple sources of income. That's a hell of a question, Jonathan. I get this all the time. I should really just throw down on a YouTube video on this, but I tend, and this is not a right or wrong answer. You asked me, so I'll give you my real talk, okay? If you're looking to save money for a down payment on a house, whatever it may be, I save to cash. I'm not really a proponent of saving and investing that money to use it for something else. I like to establish strategic buckets. That's kind of how I roll. So I have a cash pillar within my portfolio. I have an aggressive growth pillar in my portfolio, a passive pillar, a dividend growth pillar, an employer sponsored pillar, that type of thing. Okay. So my recommendation is if you want to save up for something, great. Put it to static cash because you can rely on that money being available to you, whatever you're able to save dollar for dollar toward that. But if you save, for example, for a down payment on a house and the market zigs when you want to zag, and that 10,000 or 20,000 has now turned into 12, and then the tax implication on top of that, right? So you got to be kind of careful. I like to keep my stuff nice and clean and tidy. I don't know. It's the maybe it's the obsessive compulsive in me that makes me want to think like that. I don't know, but that's just the way I roll. Hopefully that helps you, my friend. Hopefully that helps you. You bet. Appreciate you seeing it. And I got M87. That is the most killer freaking YouTube thumbnail I've ever freaking seen. Hi, Ryan. I've been thinking about Bitcoin. Now it's moving pretty good. Have you spoken about it? So I'm a big fan of Ethereum and Bitcoin. I really am. I don't own either one. Okay. You can tell I'm really sour about it. No, I mean, look, guys, you're not going to catch every freaking opportunity that comes by. I know how crazy close I was to buying 10 Bitcoin when it was $3,000. That would have been worth a cool 300 grand right now, but it's okay. I pass on a lot of investments that come my way that would have worked out. I also pass on investments that would have been a complete drag, right? You can't buy everything. Do I think that it should be the flagship aspect of your portfolio? Hell no. If you want to do that, that's great. I'm not your dad. I'm just a YouTube fella that comes on and does a live stream. I love the idea of Bitcoin. I love the idea of blockchain technology. Let's be real. We trade on digital currency right now. When was the last time you had cash in your wallet? I mean, 2020 was the year we did away with coinage and nobody's talking about it. We don't use coins anymore. It's gone, right? Because most people are looking to grow their digital number, a pledge from the bank that says, "Hey, this is how many credits you have to go and expend upon," right? Let's be real. I mean, I swipe a piece of plastic. Hell, I don't even swipe it anymore. I do a no touch and it pays for everything I need, right? So I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I've had some schools of thought on this come on the channel. Mr. Lior Gantz as well. I did an interview with him. He is a billionaire, actually, I think. Maybe he's not a billionaire. Maybe he's a multimillionaire. Hell, I don't know. He's really rich and he's really freaking smart. And got to interview him a couple weeks ago. He as well had a very, very bullish case for Bitcoin. I like it. Would I buy it here? No. All the power to you. There's some schools of thought that think that it may never see below 20 again, but it stands more of a chance of seeing maybe 20 from these levels than it does 100 or even 50. Hell, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. It really is. It's too much price volatility to even put any type of real value on it. And just like any golden rule, if you don't understand something to the extent necessary, and I would say that a lot of people don't understand Bitcoin as much as I do, and still make the decision not to invest in cryptocurrency. If you want to engage in it, keep it 5% of your portfolio and live to fight another day. Start to dollar cost average into it. I have a Coinbase account. I just don't fund it. Okay. Download Coinbase. It'll cost you nothing. Do all the research, knock yourself out. Right. But I've been tempted to fund it many, many times, and I just never have, and I probably won't. Right. All right. Good stuff, man. Cruise up here. I changed my thumbs to still want to hug. You got it, man. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. My channel's all about bringing people together, man. It really is. And, if you can come on and just get a few bits, I mean, you don't know me from Adam, but hey, it was cool that you came on tonight, and really appreciate you. And I hope we see you more. And hopefully we can, offer you some small aspect of motivation. Maybe we offer you a hell of a life-changing opportunity. This opportunity, if you listen to what I have to say closely, it can change your life. And I don't say that braggadociously. I don't say that at all. But I sure as heck wish I would have had this information earlier on. And so, if you're power to you, if you're 18, 19, 20, 21, and you're making my way to the message, first of all, you would need to have some maturity to sit down for 60 minutes and listen to me. The new generation, very smart, but y'all have no patience. Zero. You have no patience to sit through a message like mine, because you would say, I'm boring and you suck. Okay, yeah, I suck. You should probably just shut your trap and listen for a while, and you might end up learning something. Okay. You want to get rich in 2021? Stop following the crowd and start finding your own personal best. Okay. You'll be so much better off. Okay. I pulled the plug in 2020. I've never been so happy. I don't watch TV. I don't know what the hell's going on in the world. I could care less. The only thing I care about is me. And this, for the 60 minutes on the live stream that I come on and look to empower lives, that's what I care about. As you can tell, you're getting my full and devoted attention. Yep. And I replicate this every single week, and I'm glad to do it, man. This is my passion. Very, very simple. Talk about your passion. It's not work when you're having fun. Thank you. I went from 0 to 150 in 2 years, BC, because of communities like these. Jim, my friend, that's fantastic. You'll get a tip of the hat from me for sure. I mean, if guys and gals can go from their first 0 to 10,000 inside of 12 months, that's really killing it. You're putting yourself into an elite category. 150K, man. Don't get crazy. Leverage that. And again, depending on my questionings, right? Age, risk tolerance, etc., you've probably accelerated some years that it would have taken to meet that target retirement number for yourself. So don't get crazy. Okay. Digress. Do some diversification, put yourself into some long-term stuff, and enjoy the power of compounding interest. It's a beautiful thing. But congrats, Jim. That's fantastic. Thank you for coming on and sharing. I love success stories, man. Love it. It's just awesome. And Will's in the house. Very true. Thanks to Ryan, I've gained about $200 since investing the little money that I started with. Yeah, man. And that's the cool thing is, I didn't get to all my definitions tonight, and I do apologize for that. No, I don't. I don't really. I like going off the cuff. Definitions are boring. This isn't class. This is a live stream. Pour a freaking drink and enjoy yourself. It's all good. I will do the same after the live stream, but I get a little slushy if I drink during the live stream, so we won't do that. But the idea behind finding your own personal best, I started with $25. I've said this 1,000 times on the channel. People who have been with me are probably sick and tired of me saying it, but it's so freaking important to understand that it's not about the $25. It's about what little bit of scratch you can put together and go from a non-investor to an investor. I don't care if it's 25 bucks. It doesn't matter. It's just that you're stepping into a whole new realm of wealth building and proving to yourself that you can pay yourself first. And I hear comments like this that are shared through the channel. It motivates the heck out of me because I don't know, maybe you would have found it somewhere else. And that's great. I tend to not take a whole lot, if any, credit at all because I'm doing what I love. And if you heard my message, these are the results that are rendered. Okay. Somebody who might not have identified that scratch and looking and putting that scratch to worth toward a better future. That's what it's all about. And I'll go one further. I refer to surplus all the time, and I tell people all the time, when you're consumed by your money and you think you've always got to be spending, oh my God, I got to buy this, holy freaking, I got to buy it. And you spend your whole life being consumed all the time instead of just putting it the hell aside. Just put it aside. It's okay. You don't need money for happiness. Riches. Knowledge is power. All right. Seek out those things in life that will provide you true happiness. And the idea here is that that $200 right there has been earmarked as something that is surplus, something that I refer to all the time, something that's not necessary to just go and frivolously blow on everything that especially U.S. citizens and patrons of this country think that they have to have. Have to have it because my neighbor has it. No, man. Keeping up with the Joneses. Every time I say that, it just makes me cringe, man. I love people who suffer from keeping up with the Joneses because I always play into it. I'm like, this is incredible, man. You're killing it. This is awesome. This new boat is fabulous. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. You are so lucky. You epitomize success in this life. I'm patronizing them. All right. True success is probably something that you won't get to see. All right. And it starts from within. Yeah. Always trying to seek the truth out on the Independent Investor channel. I don't presume to know the truth, but I do openly look to put this project on a course to pursue the truth. Who's with me? Very cool stuff, man. We got less than a couple minutes left, man. Let's start to close down. Ricky's in the house. Fantastic. Screaming. Fantastic. Love it. Love Lucy, man. For show. I'm going to light the candle. I don't know if he's referring to his restroom, but that's pretty awesome. He heard what I said. It was trying to get zen, Matt. But yeah, you want to kick over? Those guys will kick it off here pretty quick. I see some new folks in here. Nigak Ravi, I'm so happy. Haha, fantastic. I am happy all the time. That is the key to life. Get happy, stay there, be there. Get aggressive at times. Get sad at times. Enjoy all the suite of emotions if that's your thing. Just don't be static. Live and live hard. That's what we're all about. All right. This financial piece is just an aspect of your life that you can, in fact, lick if you pay attention and follow some of the things that I talk about to help you guys. I'm scrolling up through the comments. I'd have to look into socks. I do apologize, Kenny. Thank you. I will look at it after. All right. I appreciate that. You're looking down the right path for sure. OnlyFans. Fantastic. I need to get it. Yeah, you do. It's the backbone of all things. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's not. Absolutely. You know what you got to do. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off. You'll be fine. We'll be here to support you just like anybody, man. Anybody's welcome in this community. That's for sure. Investing with Aaron for show. Great to see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. And Jeremiah Walters. It's cool. I want to get some of these guys some shout outs for sure. And Ruth, one of my vipers. This is one of the sweetest ladies I've ever met, man. Absolutely. Give a couple moments, man. You are awesome. It makes me more powerful connecting with people like this right here. This lady is phenomenal. You betcha. Glad to know you, Ruth. Probably would have never had the chance to meet you if it weren't for the power of social media. We'll wind down here, guys. Honestly, it's great to be back with you guys here in 2021. We roll this product out every single Friday. Try not to miss it. All right. I know I won't. The chair will sit empty if I'm not running the show here. Looking to inspire people, empower one investor at a time, get them to start to answer those questions for themselves. We look to try to show you the light a little bit, show you what's necessary. They don't teach this stuff in school. And it's really, really too bad because we're setting up our young people to not have any type of financial savvy. We want to try to be edgy. We want to try to get through to those folks. We want to try to let them know that it's not quite as hard as people lead on. All right. So with that, guys, we're going to close out the live stream as well. I don't know. I might do the sheep again. Nah, just kidding. I'm going to do my new intro. But you guys stay tuned next Friday, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the Independent Investor Channel. So good to be with you guys. Good luck in all your endeavors in 2021. We'll see you next Friday. Take it easy, guys.